Hi there. It's time to look the last but not the least digital audio workstation, and that is Reason. Reason is an interesting digital audio workstation as it can work as a standalone, but also as a plugin in your other digital audio workstation. I have mainly used it as a plugin in my Ableton Live projects to use Reason instruments and effects. It has a quite unique way of presenting things and a unique workflow, as you will see. Subscribe for the channel to follow up with more hands-on stuff to come. So let's start Reason and see how it looks in general. So when the Reason starts up, it has the same approach as Ableton Live, so that you will get into your project immediately and you can start working. In Reason you also have everything in one view, but you can pop up and break up these sections to own windows. Let's just choose one for demonstration. If we start on the left hand side, you have the browser, which of course you can also open and close so that you get more landscape for your project. In the Reason browser you also have everything collected into one place, so you can see the instruments, effects, utilities, players, sounds, audio files, and your stored configurations. Reason has players that are like advanced MIDI players to create drum, bass, and melodic patterns. In my opinion, this is a quite unique feature in Reason. So then in the middle you have a mixer, a rack, and a sequencer. The mixer in Reason actually mimics a console and has the same type of an approach. The rack is where your instruments are located. By default it has the main out. Then in the bottom of the screen you have the sequencer where you can place your tracks and create your songs. What's interesting in the Reason sequencer is that it works in two different modes, and you can enable block mode from options by selecting enable blocks. So with the block mode you can actually create blocks like intro, verse, chorus, and so on, and then place them into your arrangement. So let's create few tracks. And as you can see, one can create an audio track or an instrument track, and you can pick up an instrument you would like to use. So let's create an audio track. Now we have added just a basic audio track. Then let's add an instrument track and maybe some drums like gong. Now we have added an audio track and an instrument track with drums. So let's pick up an audio sample for the audio track. So when double-clicking again to an audio file, one opens up an edit mode where you can basically do a slice edit, pitch edit, and comp edit for the audio. So those are the edit options and views for an audio recording in Reason. Let's select Gong and go into edit mode with MIDI and instrument. Now as a gong is a drum machine, Reason automatically picks up the edit for drums. Similarly, if this would be an instrument like piano or any other, you would see a piano roll And of course you could do edit in that. This is on a very high level how editing and creating a song takes place in Reason. A really quick view into that. So what else we have here? Let's now open the rack and see how it looks after adding few instruments and audio track into our project. So here you can see the instruments and edit them. We'll look at that more closely later. However, one interesting thing with Reason is that when you press a tab, you will actually see the behind the rack view in which you can do all kinds of routings. This is the way you do audio routing in Reason. We will look into this more closely when we will work with audio routings. Let's close the rack and open a mixer. Now the mixer started to look more like a console where you have your channels for the tracks we created. This is where you will work with the mixing part of your song. Okay, let's close the mixer. Okay, now we jumped into a Ableton Live just to demonstrate how the Reason plugin works. So let's go down and bring in Reason. So now the Reason opens in the plugin mode, and of course you don't have the sequencers or other things, but just you can actually pick up an instrument that then you can use within an Ableton Live or any other DAW that you have. So this is very convenient in a way that you can utilize Reason instruments in your other DAWs. So now we have come to an end in our general introduction of the different digital audio workstations, and next we will start to dive into setting up audio and audio channels for each digital audio workstation. I hope you have enjoyed so far seeing how the different digital audio workstations look like in general and how they differ a bit from each another. Subscribe for the channel and look forward for more awesome stuff to come. Bye now.